welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
I love the energy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Summer Game Fest, a showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games. Now, every year, we have the distinct honor of coming together to spotlight the boundless creativity that defines our industry. Thank you all for joining us and giving us your time. And special thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed this morning and saw that he canceled a date, and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while. We have a really fun show ahead. Over the next 2 hours, we're going to give you a whirlwind tour of dozens of games from studios big and small. From Lego bricks to puppets, zombies to Marvel heroes, this show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements. Gotta have some of those. Now, before we dive into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games on Steam so far in 2025 by units, according to Game Discover Co. Lots of great games. Now, the list includes beloved franchises, but sitting proudly at number one with over 13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team of just 10 people at Semiwork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing it is Schedule 1 from TVGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's inspiring that these indie creations stand side by side with heavyweights like Monster Hunter Wilds and the Oblivion remake. Absolutely. Now let's also applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall. Okay.
Banger. Better than everything else mentioned.
At the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental achievement, earning the highest user Metacritic score ever recorded for a game, all from a team of under 30 developers who bravely stepped away from big publishers to forge their own path. One thing is clear. With digital distribution and engines like Unreal, today's most innovative projects increasingly emerge from outside the traditional publisher system. And that's something to celebrate. But with more than 18,000 games released on Steam just last year, more than double from 2020, the challenge now is discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest, our partner showcases happening all weekend long, and initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching this show, you'll discover your next favorite game. So, in that spirit, let's kick things off with a game from an independent studio who is thinking very big. In 2017, 4 developers broke away from AAA publishers to chart their own course. Today, they're a thriving independent studio of 30 creators. And what you're about to see is a powerful testament to what passion, freedom, and a small, dedicated team can achieve. Let's take a look at our first new game announcement.
I'm listening.
You think you're the Harbinger. You might be. They know naught of your nature. You're a weapon, child.
Sick. Mortal Shell 2, huh? Isn't the first one, like, not super great?
All right, didn't that look great? Well, we got lots more to come. But right now, the end, the Nexus War, Galactus Fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with mass-scale live in-game events. And tomorrow, Fortnite is set to do it again across console, PC, and phones. The
Okay.
Death Star's super laser is charged and ready to decimate the Battle Royale island. But there's
Okay.
still hope. You and your friends can join the fight. Here's the first exclusive look at what you'll be part of tomorrow in the brand new live event, Death Star Sabotage.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Hit him with everything you've got.
Okay.
Think I saw Jonesy. All right. Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few short weeks. With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Oh my god. It's Jeff's BFF.
Aki, great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins at Summer Game Fest.
It seems kind of weird that he's here on a Friday, on day one, in the start.
So,
Isn't that
let me
kinda
ask you, Mr.
strange?
Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
DS1 が出た後にコロナになったの
Well,
で、
we hit the pandemic after
まあ
we released
僕ら皆さ
DS1.
ん、コロナを体験したと思うの
Everyone
で、
experienced
コロ
the
ナを
pandemic.
体験した中での
So,
新しいつながりというか、
I wanted to
それをも
show
う一度ゲー
something
ムをプレイし
new
ながら、
connection
考えていただきたいと
after
思い
we
ます。
faced the pandemic. So I want everyone you to think about that when you play this game.
Okay, well, talking about playing the game, it's coming out later this month, but right now I know you prepared a special exclusive clip for SGF. Let's take a look at this.
はい、
Welcome. Have a seat. Over here, please. No smoking, please. So you are Neil Varner. Mm-hmm. What do you do? For a living?
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil.
What?
So you made it then.
Sorry.
You really don't remember me.
The car.
Duh.
Stop! 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 Stop!
Okay.
So much mystery. Well, that was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little bit more about this clip and the characters of Neil and Lucy. Mr. Kojima.
DS2 で非常に重要なキ
In
ャラクターです。
It's a very important character,
ニールとルーシ
Neil
ー。
and
で、
Lucy.
まあちょっと詳しくは言えませんけ
I
ど、
can't really say because there'll be spoilers.
手にカニ座の刻印が
You
2人ある
saw the cancer mark on both of their
すごい
hands
深いつながりがあって、
So they have
これが
this
物語に
deep
大き
connection
く関わってきます。
and
で
reveals
前回
throughout the
ク
story.
リフっていう人気キャラクターがい
And
ま
last
したけ
time
ど、
on
マツさん
DS1,
がやって
we have Cliff,
で
who was
物
played
語
by
的には
Mats.
彼はもういなくな
And
った
of
の
course,
で、
by story, you
まあ
know,
2では出せ
he
ない
will not be in
で今回
DS2.
ニールっていうのが
But
マ
this
ツさ
time,
んの代わりという
Neil
その
will
同
be
じような
like
役割を担
playing
っ
like
て
the role that
登場
Mats
します
did for DS2
で、
this
まあ、クリ
time.
フすごい人気あったので、
And Cliff was a very
まあ
popular
クリフを超え
character,
るようなキャラク
but
タ
I
ーを作ろう
think
として、まあ、ルカさん
we
に
have
お
to
願い
kind
し
of
て、
like top that
結構いい
character.
キャラク
So
ターに
Luca
なったと
Marinetti was a great
非
actor,
常に
and I
心
think
に残る演技もして
it
い
was
ただ
great.
きまし
He did a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character,
た。
Neil,
もう
too.
20日後にゲーム出るんで、
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker, and I'll be there hosting it. And let's just say this is not the last that you've seen of Neil this weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
ニールの
Well, I mean, obviously, you just told us there was a demo.
The gameplay scene of
見
Neil.
に来てください。
So hope you enjoy. Will join us Sunday too.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much. Hideo Kojima, everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima. Thank you.
All right,
All right,
I
and now
guess.
I'd like to introduce my co-host for Summer Game Fest. She's along for the party, a veteran games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
Thanks, Jeff, and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
What is this, an RTS? The hell?
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me. I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending.
All right, but is it gonna play like an Age of Empires or what?
I
What's
shall
going on?
find no peace. On this road, there is only death. But that's just my story.
Oh?
Go write your own.
Unsure.
was a very cool new project in a brutal European
What up,
medieval
Dana?
world.
Happy Friday,
Now
brother.
it's time to hang on to the edge of tomorrow. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a
Oh my God.
thrilling new entry in
Sonic.
the legacy
Oh my
of
God.
racing action games within the Sonic franchise. Crossworlds brings other worlds and familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest characters being revealed here at SGF for the first time.
This is all you, Dana. You love Sonic. Biggest Sonic fan I know. Excuse me. I was supposed to get a haircut, Dana, and then guess what happened? I started my car and it fucking blew up. Pretty amazing, TBH. Because that's everything that I needed. I didn't have enough things that I had to fix and pay for. It didn't actually blow up, but when I turned it on and like threw it in reverse, something... I don't know if it's just... I don't know if it's the rotor or if it's the shot. Okay, Hatsune Miku's in Sonic Racing? What is happening? What timeline are we in? Oh, what? What is happening? We just adding everyone? Oh, I guess we're just adding everyone. If it wasn't weird enough, like, okay, alright. This is no longer Sonic Racing.
Coming in September, but that is not all. We'd like to introduce the man behind the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
What was I saying? I don't know if it's the rotor or the strut or the brake or what's going on, but something awful is happening to my car.
Sonic Racing game.
So that's why I didn't go get a haircut.
Is the next generation of the Sonic Racing series, developed by Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing Team. You can feel brand new experience from the new future travel ring, which you can warp in the race. Also, unlike another kart racing game, this game will have online cross-platform matchmaking.
Damn, throwing shade.
So, you can race against all of your friends across all of the platform. Lastly, I have one more thing I'd like to show everyone here today. Take a look inside of the travel ring.
What more could you show? You already threw Hatsune Miku in. You want everyone. Well... alright, I guess. I mean, listen.
Minecraft and Sonic. I guess you could say you gotta go craft. Walk on, that's all I want. Next, we're excited to reveal a brand new action RPG from Bandai Namco Studios.
Namco.
Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story that eclipses time.
Oh, this is, didn't we just see this in the State of Play? What the hell is this called? Oh no, this is the other one. This is that, like, Battle Royale, like, Vampire Class one or something. Yeah, this game actually looked, like, interesting, but we didn't really know what it... Like, we didn't...
Time.
Or is this something else?
It heals.
Wait, no, I think this is something else.
For others, it wounds.
Although I'm thinking of was only exclusively on Switch. That's right.
This is only oblivion. Our hopes lost long ago. But you have the power to change all of this. If time were a weapon to wield, could you undo the sins of ruin? In this time, or maybe the next.
Dude, it's so conflicting with this narrator voice.
Save us all.
You have this like husky, grizzled man who's seen nothing but war for the last 60 years of his life, and then it's just over the top of weeb. It's like complete polar opposites. It's so weird. Oh, Code Vein 2. Interesting. I only played like an hour or two of the first Code Vein, and it was pretty alright. First game didn't feel as muted, I guess, as the second one. First Code Vein was still like apocalyptic. I feel like there was still slightly more color. Maybe my memory's not serving me right though. What was this? Dude. It's like Little Nightmares, but it's not Little Nightmares? Maybe it's like a Little Nightmare spinoff? End of a... Well, I played the first two Little Nightmares, and those games were sick.
That was a very
So,
moody,
I like that.
game. That was End of Abyss, the debut title from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive, an atmospheric action-adventure game coming in 2026 to the Epic Games Store and consoles. Next,
Gross.
we'll step
Not
into
Steam.
the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse.
Oh,
CI for
dude, this
Hire,
game looks
developed by
amazing.
First-time developer Fumi Games and published by PlaySide.
Been waiting for
later
this game.
year. Here's a quick new look at the game and the reveal of a familiar voice.
Been waiting for this game for so long.
Rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
Crooks beware. Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who would bend the city to their will,
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
and those who do anything to save it.
They won't even know what hit them. Oh boy. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm still sold. That game just looks like good fun.
Another role for Troy Baker. All right, that's not all from PlaySide. Now comes the announcement of another ambitious project from this independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a premium, real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
New RTS in this day and age? God damn.
You may think you know how the game is played. But this is not the game you know.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but alright. Wait, I'm tripping. Is this supposed to be Lord of the Rings-esque?
This is your legacy.
Or Elder Scrolls-esque? Wait, no, that wouldn't make any sense.
You decide who wins and who dies.
Being Lord of the Rings for sure.
Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
War for Westeros.
Guess I should have thrown that in the mix. Never seen Game of Thrones.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action adventure RPG.
Okay. There's a lot of words and genres in that.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth. My answer is, maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this.
And this has to be a new IP, right?
The dawn of a new era. The era of atomic
Oh.
heart. 2.
Wasn't the first one, like, pretty mixed? I feel like a lot of people had a lot of problems with the first one. Did it flop? I don't remember a lot of good things being said about it, that's for sure. And I also don't remember a lot of people talking about it. You're mad at the DLC? Yeah, I just remember even when it, like, initially released, like... Nice. Love me some booty. Looking respectfully, of course. But yeah, I just remember, even when it, like, first came out, people were not talking about it, and I don't know anyone that played it. I literally don't know anyone that played it. Also, isn't this dev team fully Russian? Which probably doesn't help. Remember that being
That's right, Atomic
something
Heart
related.
is in active development at Munfish on Unreal Engine 5, a spiritual successor to the first game with a retro-futuristic world on a global scale.
How is it a spiritual successor when it's literally the second version of it? That doesn't even make sense.
Is not all from Munfish today.
How are you gonna call it a spiritual successor when it's literally the second installment? That what?
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube. I can still barely believe it myself. When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear.
How do you not see it?
A terrible sense of my own powerlessness.
My immersion.
How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always there, and we've only just started to see it?
I don't understand what they're trying to promote right now. You're trying to show off like multiplayer or something? Okay. See, we're catering to individuals. Sure.
The cube is yet another new project from Munfish, an MMORPG shooter set in the Atomic Universe on a massive levitating cube. You can see there where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are ever evolving.
That seems
let's jump into
ambitious.
the Marvel Cosmic Invasion universe. The new retro
That seems
beat 'em up coming to PC
really,
and consoles
really
this
ambitious.
holiday, with multiplayer fun for up to 4 players. You can pick between 15 Marvel characters to play, but so far, only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
I think it's cool solely based on the fact that, you know, just a retro game style beat 'em up. Just keeping it alive. You know, sometimes you just need some good quality fun. So, I got nothing against that.
This isn't hell.
Hold up.
Oh my world. What is this place?
Onimusha, by the way.
Also, you don't have a chance.
We both want the same thing, Musashi. But there's only room for one at the top. And it won't be a coward who runs from jewels. Words never did work between us, did they?
Sasaki Ganyu.
Nice. That looks banging. I'm in. Why, hello there. Damn. I'm in.
That was a new look at Onimusha Way of the Sword, which we announced back in December at the TGAs. It is coming in 2026 and will be playable this summer at Gamescom. Now let's completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets, and this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years, as a team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline. It's actually a thing. What you're about to see is running completely in real time in Unreal, and I cannot wait to play it. Here is an unexpected new game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
Okay.
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
Okay.
All right, you little sick of fuzzy shit. Show me what you got. What? If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform you. Why are you even here? Don't waste my time.
Damn. Smack the shit out of him.
Save us, Fuzzy, or we'll die!
Atta boy. Atta boy. Eat bread, crap, burnt toast, carb load. This mate ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jeff.
Oh, music by Flying Lotus? Wait, that's kind of dope. Hold on, it's weird. I think I'm into that.
Super fun. Gotta wish list that, right? All right, well, next it's time to see the announcement of a brand new game, In Deception We Trust.
An ancient white castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend. Only the chosen find their way here. Gathered from every corner of the earth, divided yet bound. Wolves and lambs, engaged in a perilous dance of wits, a game where truth is but a shadow. Enough theatrics, I'll get to the point. Killer Inn is a murder mystery action game. The killers lurk elusively in plain sight. Kill someone and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues, one step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty will eventually come to light. Wolves win by killing every lamb. Lambs win by rooting out every wolf. Such simple rules. But there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quests to level up, buy items with the gold you earn, loot chests for weapons and armor, steal items, blow up opponents, poison others, place traps, discover one of your own is a wolf. Is killing not to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death. Your invitation awaits.
I'll play a beta of that. I'm in. Where's
That was Killer
Where's
Inn,
my
24-player
it's
multiplayer
Steam
game
on?
from Square Enix, where you compete in a game of life or death using social deduction skills to win. All right, it's hard to believe this next game was first announced at TGA in 2021. And though it's been a while, their recent tech tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm of course talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and we're excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more about the mysteries surrounding the world of Speranza and the long-awaited launch date coming later this year. From Embark Studios, here's the world premiere of the release date trailer for Arc Raiders.
Oh, like stoked on this or anything. I know a lot of people are.
Breathe. Let your body settle into a slower rhythm. Clear your mind of all distractions. You don't have to walk this path alone. Surround yourself with resourceful friends.
Resourceful friends, bro.
Here, you are in control.
Sure.
That's right, everyone. Arc Raiders is coming October 30th, 2025 for PC and console. Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself. Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic story. It arrives on PC in just a few days on June 10th, but you can play it right now in Steam Advanced Access. Here is a brand new look.
Yeah, I felt the same way, Lauren. I don't really care about Arc Raiders. I have not for a long time. Extraction shooters for me, just don't really do it. And if I'm gonna play any extraction shooter, I'll probably just play Tarkov, but I'll have to be like the most down I've ever been. I mean, technically it is. Sort of. Is that Pan Am? Uh-oh. Who let her escape Night City? What's Pan Am doing in Doom? What's going on? The advanced access of this game just came out yesterday. We said anything about Ark? No. The only thing we've seen is Mortal Shell 2, Atomic Heart 2, Felt That Boxing, there's Dune stuff, Kojima did some weird cryptic shit for Death Stranding 2, and I think that's it. Oh, and Onimusha, Way of the Sword, but we already knew about that. And now this, whatever this is. I don't know if this is just for Dune Awakening or some, like, update that's coming. Oh yeah, and Killer Inn. Killer Inn's a really cool one. That's like a murder mystery fucking PvP. A beta. And I'm sold on that. That sounds so sick. It looked cool and it sounds fun. Also, what up, Learn? Happy Friday. Good to see you. Okay, yes, Dune Awakening. Oh, that's it? I mean, we already knew the game was... Head start on launching. What? We've literally been watching people play it for 2 days. Pre-existing, felt that.
Try as I might to call their advance. 'Twas all for naught. Some say time stops for no one.
Wait, I shouldn't have closed Firefox in case I have to like sign up for betas or something.
Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken worlds, you need only take my hand. Return to the past, where your journey awaits.
Ooh, June 20th to 22nd. Nice. Okay. That's what I've been waiting for. Because I want to try that, because I want an MMO.
But the true lead of the story has yet to emerge. Whatever's coming next will not be easy. I will never forget my cause.
Is this...
What is more compelling to you, sir?
Wait. Is this Crystal of Avalon? Or... I think that's the name of the game. No, not Crystal of Avalon. Is this EZZ? No. Which goddamn gacha game is this?
So I hear you're looking for someone?
The victors show no mercy to the defeated. People here despise weakness, worship strength, and crave...
What is the name of this game? There's like an MMO, like,
I never doubted that you'd
four-person, somewhat gacha-looking game. I can't think of what it's called. Crystal of Avalon. That was Wuwa? Oh my god. Okay. Crazy.
A rat in the vessel.
Wait, I like the art style of this.
Such a tiny
don't come back.
Mio, Memories in Orbit. Play the demo now? Wait, that looked pretty sick. I like the art of that.
That's Mio, Memories in Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play right now as part of Next Fest. What you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platformer where everything has been crafted by hand. It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to you today.
I like the ruggedness of the art. Cool just to see kind of like the arts and crafts style. I don't really know what to call it. Yeah, except it's not on Steam, so like,
What a really
yeah,
neat
no.
and different game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
I like the Mafia games, so.
It can only come from someone close. An enemy can't hurt you like a friend.
Who are you?
Sono Enzo. I work here.
My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes a client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to,
Teach them all this.
remind them of their obligations.
Peace is between us and Spadaro.
Where I come from, commitment means everything. If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo. This is an opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
Blood in, blood out.
We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business.
Vicky Puttana!
Miss family, loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you, Enzo?
See, the good thing about
Was a stud. Just wait till you see this next game.
Good thing
Lego
ab-
Voyages captures the creative, hands-on spirit of classic Lego play and will also support a Friends Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the first ever look.
the good thing about the Mafia game is it's not trying to be something different. They straight up told you they're like linear, story-driven game. That's it. No open world, no random bullshit. Give it to you, and that's it. It's really nice and refreshing. Wholesome. Nothing crazy, just good wholesome. Good wholesomeness.
Hello, Summer Summer Game Fest. I'm
Hello.
Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has always been about wild worlds and weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to secrecy today, I am thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yee-haw!
Hold up. Fairly Odd Parents?
Great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers the land had ever seen. They alone would be able to... Imagination! Go big, go burn!
Okay.
It's been almost
It's
2
like,
years since players first stepped into the role of Geppetto's puppet to save the city of Krat from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies of P. Overture is a DLC
shit.
expansion to Lies of P that transports players back in
Wait, hold
time
on.
with new characters, environments, and of course, imposing enemies and bosses. Here's the exclusive new look.
Oh, this is gonna go so hard. Sick. It's even like a Sherlock costume. Interesting. Brutal. Interesting. Oh, snap. That's huge. That is huge.
Yes, that's right. Overture is available today across all platforms to play, so enjoy it this weekend. All right, next up, the small video game publisher Serenity Forge, based in Boulder, Colorado, shared this game with me a few months back with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That piqued my
That
interest.
sounds
I think you might
crazy.
get a kick out of this announcement, too.
Inspired by a true story. What?
I sit at the front of the dinner table where he used to be. Five plates full. Plates of food. Plates of tomatoes. Plates of hay. Plates of angels. Plates of her legs.
What?
Beautiful. Broken. Plates of flowers. Plates and plates. The garden is lush in the rain, and everything's focused. Dinner's ready. There's a hunger that feeds and blooms, and I will feed, and I will bloom.
weird, but I'm kind of into it.
I wouldn't recommend eating those tomatoes. All right, NCSoft is expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on Steam, and Blade and Soul Heroes coming soon.
Feels like mobile slop, I'm gonna be real. Crystal of Allen. That's what I was trying to think of. That's like the MMO anime game. Man, this is a long trailer. Sure. Oh, Witcher 4? Hold up.
5.6 is available today. This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Human Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
You're seeing me live in real time. Squid Game will be coming to UEFN.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
That Mongilsta Dive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
We find a way.
Like, get the ads out of the way.
We altered the course of nature.
unleashed genetic power across continents. Now it is up to us to nurture what we have set free, to find hope within this chaos.
Is it either Jurassic Park or Ark?
Well, to help life find a way.
Feels like... Yeah, Jurassic Park, okay. Oh! Pretty cool. You're into some games like that.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games.
Hi, Celia.
10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight.
Oh.
Today, I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next IP, Mina the Hollower.
Okay.
Mina continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming. As Mina, a whip-wielding hollower, you'll burrow through danger and unravel the mysteries of a cursed island. A decade ago, we unearthed a groundbreaking legend. This year, we're bringing our next bona fide classic.
Oh, we're going way back. We're 31st, okay? Not that far. It looks neat. I gotta tape it.
All right, this is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done... Yeah. Oh, Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman. All right, well, let me see what this says. Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means 3 things. Number 1, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And 3, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, Wade. All right, let's take a look.
Ooh, Red Band trailer. Hell yeah. Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first quintuple A tropical farming sim experience. Oh, hi, new friend. Oh, yeah! Escape the turd burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder. You'll care for exotic pets, the elderly, and this fucking thing with hip-hop Satan. Oh, hi, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dick. What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries? All your dreams of being inside me come true in VR.
You know, wait, was that a Mega Red?
Man gets insomniac, and I get this shit. I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that weird? Whoa!
Man, that's disappointing. Why is it gotta be on VR only, man?
All right, last year at Gamescom, we announced Dying Light: The Beast, the culmination of a decade of Techland's experience building survival horror
That's so
games.
sad that it was on
Crane is
VR.
back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival horror. Let's take a look at the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
Wait, what is this for again? I don't remember.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting on humans like they're lab rats. God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
Why do I not remember this game?
I don't care how high his walls are or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me, all the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
This was Dying Light. I'll take. Choose your words carefully.
And fucking kill him.
Dying Light is okay.
There's the big news. Dying Light: The Beast.
I mean, Dying Light's good. I like Dying Light.
Gamescom.
You didn't like it?
All right.
Unlucky.
This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs
Did you do stuff at night?
adolescence, the bonds of friendship, and the nostalgia of growing up. Mixtape comes from Beethoven and Dinosaur, an Annapurna Interactive, and this is your exclusive new look at this game that plays like a love letter to teenage memories.
What are we doing?
A lot of the stuff that you do in Dying Light, you have to do it at night. Otherwise, you just miss out so much of the game. Also, the parkour in the first game,
I've got to get out of this.
not as great as I thought it was going to be. And then the second one I never played, so I don't have an opinion.
At the end of an era, when everything's about to change, it's time to look back on your greatest hits.
You hated everything? That's crazy. You don't even like the parkour? That's actually crazy.
Mom, who is it?
One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
Shit!
This year, experience a retrospective like no other. Beethoven and Dinosaur invites you to relive the teenage riot, to spend one last night together before school's out forever. And with a soundtrack this good, it's gonna
Journey Vision Divas, Smashing Pumpkins, Iggy Pop, Portishead Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush,
and The Cure.
The Cure.
I love The Cure.
I also love The Cure.
Experience it for yourself.
Yeah, that's a super hot take, Lauren. I don't know how you didn't find like any enjoyment in anything in that game. That's pretty wild. I'm actually like kind of sad for you, TBH.
I trust you have seen it. A beautiful world where harmony.
But this looks more like your speed. You are a weeb after all, Lauren. You love weeb stuff.
You struggle until your last fleeting moment. Your destinies are sealed. There is no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
On your guard.
This is gorgeous. Take this.
Am I into this?
And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power. Savor each moment.
Now,
I don't know if I'm into this. I can't decide.
are you with me? We will live on in this world. No matter what hardships await. We fight for a future filled with hope. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
Okay.
A beautiful game.
I don't hate
That
it.
was the global announcement of Toa, a
I don't hate it.
like from Bandai Namco and developer Brownies, a game drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
They left me with nothing. No justice, no peace, just names on the wall. The hunt isn't over. Not until I kill them all.
This looks like Sifu-like combat, or Sifu. Sifu? I forget the actual pronunciation. I'd give this a shot. This looks pretty decent. Obviously, the hit effects being synced to music helps, but kind of like martial arty like games. Acts of Blood. That's pretty dope. Oh, they have a demo out already?
What these
Oh,
solo devs
yeah.
can do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based Tribute Games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
Hold up. The vegans. Nice. The soundtrack kind of going hard though. Oh. Wait, this could be super dope. I like Scott Pilgrim stuff. Oh, you're upgrading your PC semi soon? Hell yeah, Lauren. I like that. That looks like just solid, good fun.
Scott Pilgrim is back with his fist flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure with a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley. All right,
What
we're
we,
going to be right back. But
what's on the
first, we
update
have
list?
a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer. So enter the village if you
That doesn't make any sense. It's a downgrade, but it's an upgrade? What?
for you simple little man things. Still thirsty?
Explain yourself, learned.
You ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around. Now cease this foolishness and make your decision wisely.
That's it. We're just promoting the Capcom sale. I mean, the parts. Why you can't just type them out? What the freak, man? Hold up. Looking respectfully. First Descendant Breakthrough. Oh, it's made by Nexon though?
With the hard.
It's made by Nexon, so the game's already dead. That's so sad, man.
Now, a glorious morning has dawned.
Who's Nexon?
Something that simply
Nexon is a
harder. Scum.
Nexon is a game company that used to be semi-good, and then they turned into nothing but making good games and turning them into pay-to-win. Let's steal all of your money as much as we can and gatekeep people unless they pay. And they've ruined a lot of games. And anytime their name is on something, you can kind of just expect it to be microtransaction hell, which is shame. Super shame.
What are you doing here?
Basically, anytime I see their name on a game, I just don't even acknowledge it anymore. I just have zero desire to want to play it ever.
At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head. Keep your lens feed on.
Really disappointing.
I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's been buried down deep feels like it's just knocking to get out. I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe.
Charlie.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
I don't want any part of your future. It's activating.
Mind's Eye. It's interesting for sure. Oh? Interesting. That's fire.
CEO of Iron Interactive.
Oh, June 10th?
Can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week...
Oh, hold up. Okay, listen. I have a soft spot for James Bond
This
stuff.
week we finally revealed 007 First Light to the world, and your reactions were heartwarming. It's coming in 2026, but we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Wait, hold on. Are we taking someone from the Bond universe and putting them in Hitman? Or are we taking someone from the Hitman universe and putting them in Bond?
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre.
a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris.
Okay, so we're taking Blonde and putting it in Hitman.
Unacceptable.
Pretty cool.
I invited these people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Lucifer?
Ooh, for free? Damn, okay. Cool.
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
That's right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen.
That's dope. I like that nice little finger gun. Hit him with it.
Good to see you, Mads. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it. And you know, this is, I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when Haggard gave me the chance to step into the shoes of Le Chiffre once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
Wait, learn your second link didn't work.
So this mission is set in...
The upgrade link didn't do anything. You just sent me a blank list.
To make an homage to the movie Casino Royale, while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something else out.
So I guess it is not just about the shot, it's about the bluffing around.
I mean, you still have some like decent parts.
Sure, exactly. It's the Schiffer is always like 2 steps ahead of you.
Good terabyte.
Before you read him, so it's a little like
hard drive. Fine. I still have a hard drive.
We built the mission to allow
40 gig solid state. Not the most space, but it's still good. 32 gigs of RAM.
Wow.
Even though it's DDR3, is still pretty alright.
That's the best part.
Master V8, still a solid CPU cooler.
The team is updating the game as we speak. Le Chiffre, Elusive Target mission starts today in a few hours.
The 9.7, still pretty old.
If you play it, you will unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well, Hakan Mods, thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for having me.
So much.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Bottlenecked on something. I mean, probably the CPU.
Right, now here's the announcement of
Usually the CPU is the main reason.
This year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
Even though it's DDR3 RAM, it's still 32 gigs of RAM. But the RAM speed might not also be like the greatest, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's probably the CPU, TBH. If I had to guess, because it's usually a CPU problem when it comes to bottlenecking.
But will you be helped by friendly
For the most part.
Or hindered by evil monsters.
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings?
That's a dragon, Ted. And what about our amazing mini-games, Ted? We've got more of them than you can count.
More than 10?
It's actually more like 60.
Whoa, that's a lot!
With surprises around every corner, anything can happen.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen, Ted.
Wow! We've got all that and more in
That is looking mighty tasty.
Wholesome fun.
All right, next, a new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across
I keep thinking it's Wildstar. Every time I see Wildgate, I just think it's Wild.
hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta
Hollywood
starts
CPU and
next week
32 gigs
at
DDR5 for
We're
$290.
also very happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox.
Really
Let's see
cheap.
what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Is it actual good parts though? Please make sure you do your research.
Danger. Reactor overload.
Because you always gotta make sure that one. No, Micro Center's good. I mean the parts in the bundle. Like, just make sure there's no like, you know, see like people that have reviewed them and tested them and stuff like that, and make sure there's no like underlying issues where it's gonna like blow up in 2 years or something ridiculous. You know what I mean? No, yeah, Micro Center for getting stuff is fine. Micro Center's a good place. But 32 gigs of DDR5, RAM, a motherboard, and a CPU for $290. That's pretty wild deal.
I'm proud
How
to
much I
announce
just
the
get praise and I
next
get
game
star
from
eyes.
Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and Nobody Saves the World. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals, the dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of
No, I feel you on that though. Because when I build new PCs, I build them the same way. I build them like bang for the buck and longevity reasons. I don't think I've ever once bought anything that was top of the line. And when I did, it was only because I had no other option. It was when I had to get my new GPU, and the only thing available was a 2080. So like I had to buy it.
Should you fall, pray the vultures consume you before the blight does.
Looks pretty cool.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right, next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look.
Ugh. Gross. That looks kind of cool. I'm into it.
All right, Mecha Break is one of 2025's most anticipated shooters, with its previous beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wishlisted game, players are clamoring to know just one thing: when is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
Growing Martian zones force the Thalassic Federation to advance its Project Enterprise.
Ellis, no. You're begging Saul to play this? I can break this? Really? Are you talking about... Oh, you talking about L? L? Okay. Sorry, I was reading something and not looking at when you sent that. If you can help it, learn the 2 bundles that you should try and get, if you can, be those 2.
Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
Then obviously, if you can get the 549 one with the AMD Ryzen 9, that's also a really good choice. But you got to be like super budget. I would really push for that. Oh, this is the ants game, but it's not ants.
You must now face a stark reality.
It's goated, you'll try. Yeah. I would try to stick within
Civilization we were expecting to join.
If possible, those 3. One of those 3. Obviously most preferable. Most preferable would be to get the Ryzen 9, but not the choice. The rest of your PC? Well, I mean, yeah, it should be. There'd be no reason that it wouldn't be. Like, you can still plug in an SSD, you can still plug in a hard drive. Video cards are pretty universal in terms of slots, and then, I mean, a power supply goes for everything. Everything should be fine. It's really, you're... Oh shit, new Resident Evil? There you go. There it is. There you go, Lauren. Well, I'll talk later.
Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。
Rather RE1 remastered or RE9?
達成しているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ、あと瞬きするぐらいの間だけお待ちいただければと思います。それではこれからもバイオハザードシリーズよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
Alright, well, not as exciting as we thought it was going to be.
Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that.
Literally just going, hey man, we're working on a game.
Wait for when the time is right to share more leading
Thanks,
into the
man.
anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
Alright, anyways, this is wrestling, so we don't care. Do you need to worry about case size? You shouldn't. Alex from Street Fighter? Why is Alex from Street Fighter? Wait, hold on. What is happening? Hang on. Crimson Viper? What? Is this the Street Fighter? Are these the new characters? Is this who's coming to Street Fighter 6? Is Crimson Viper coming back? No, wait. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Oh. What is happening? Please let this be the character reveal for Street Fighter 6. Hey. Oh. Ooh. How many did we reveal? 4? Oh shit! Crimson Viper is back. I have never wanted a character more in a Street Fighter. Ooh. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. These look like the same people that made the C-Vank, which is a game that died very fucking quickly, by the way. Dude. Crimson Viper is back in Street Fighter 6. Crimson Viper is back! I don't care about this shit, man!
Adios!
Wishlist now.
These are, I feel like those are the people that made the C-Vank, man.
Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
Put it on the wish list, Last Flag, but not sold. Not sold.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends.
awaken you.
Could be good. Could be good. Could be good. Could be good.
Gotta rescue one. This is what we gotta protect. We cannot choose when people's dreams get snatched up out here.
Find Rizzo, find Master Kill, find Jizzle, find Method, find Rico, you find Cabot, find
Wait. Is this a new Def Jam? No, Wu-Tang? What is going on? Liquid swords? What is happening right now? What? What? Cream in the background? Oh, hold up. Hold up. Wu-Tang is for the children. That is so sick.
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing and is free to play. This weekend, to celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
Well, that's pretty cool. I always have a soft spot for Guild Wars because I played the first one so heavily as a young one growing up. Guild War 2's I tried to get into when I was younger, but my PC could never run it, so I just like missed out on it for years to come, and then the next thing I knew, the years just kept going and going and going, and it's just like it's so late to get into it now. But yeah, I have a really soft spot for Guild Wars. I would hope that they're trying to make a third one. I really would hope so, because I really liked that MMO, especially the first one. Guild Wars 1 really had me in a chokehold for like a very long time. A very long time, like thousands of hours. Really loved that game. Just 100% all the free stuff in Guild Wars 2. Learn, I didn't know you got down on Guild Wars 2 like that. What the hell? This is news to me. I never knew this about you. I did not know that about you. Wait, that's so sick. So you get it. You get my sentiment. You understand. You don't play it anymore as a bit ago. But even still, you get it. You fully understand me. I'm probably the only person in the community that gets it. Because I don't know anyone else that played Guild Wars or Guild Wars 2. I feel like a lot. Super underrated game, really underrated. I wish I got better recognition. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say underrated because it's still going like 15 years, basically. It made you go over there with him and his boyfriend, then they broke up? Ew, gross. Stuck alone in the EU, that's super depressing.
I took a bullet, I died, I came back.
Okay, so this is probably the only thing that's good for the Nintendo Switch 2. And they announced that there's going to be one more patch, patch 2.3. Which I am very stoked about.
A surreal world where you're a down on his luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike.
Too real.
Well.
You like to plan people? I was never super creative. I always played like elves and stuff because I used to play archers a lot. Like archers were kind of the main thing I played in the first one, and then the second game when it transitioned over to whatever they're called now. I don't remember, but I don't know if it was still archer or if they just became rogues or whatever the case might be. But I was like an elf of some sort. I was always an elf of some sort.
Another relapse, huh? Get well soon.
I like the art style.
Maybe it's too much for someone like you.
This just looks like good, solid fun. I like that it's goofy. It's cartoony.
It won't always be so easy.
I wonder if this metal music is in the actual game. That'd be so tight.
You still look a little unwell.
Oh. Looks like really good fun.
Hey guys.
I don't really care about Splitgate 2, I'm gonna be honest.
47 games.
Yo.
When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
Damn.
With Splitgate 2, we
Talking
asked
your shit.
ourselves, how would we take Portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's
Battle
fucking
Royale.
awesome.
I mean, I don't really care about Battle Royale.
Just look at that water placement. Expertly done. This is the epitome of sport. We are splitting savants and jetpack geniuses. The movement is so fluid, so fast, you can't stop what you can't catch.
Can he complete the comeback? He's going to try. He shoots. He gets the kill. Now that's how you portal. They're not done yet. They got one. They got another. They're going to do it. They're going to see that. Oh my God! They did it. They actually did it. And you're standing on the edge, face up, 'cause you're a natural.
I think when they have to get the Imagine Dragons.
Last man standing. This is Splitgate.
You know, we actually played Splitgate for a little while. There was some enjoyable things about it. The portal started to become a little much to deal with, though. It's starting to lose a little bit of its sauce.
The
But
latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
wait, I like what I'm seeing. I like this art style, and I like the aesthetic of being in a jazz club. This is speaking to me. Wait, I fuck with this vibe. Why can't this be me? Hold up, hold up, hold up. (1943) Yakuza? Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
Got a name?
Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
You're not? So, what are you then?
Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
Wait, that looks sick. That looks incredible.
You saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way.
Yeah, that looked
All right,
banging.
well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting. Today, we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
What's going on here? We're in the FBI. Identify disease. Well, it's a horror game? For sure. It's like, what's her name?
Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
Actress. I can't think of her name.
Oh, coming.
In like iZombie. Stuff like that. What was her name? I forget her name.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday...
Live more.
No, 2 days tops.
Live more.
That for now. We found another body.
Very striking resemblance to Live More.
Pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
What is this?
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
I feel like I'm supposed to know who this is.
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
So it is Resident Evil? Yeah, it is Resident Evil, okay. Well, there's your RE9. And there's your release date.
There you have it, Resident Evil Requiem. And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th. Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026. Amazing. Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement. Glad we kept it a surprise. All right, that's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone? Good job. Lucy got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know.
Too.
I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend you can watch and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios around the world and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome. Thanks to you, Lucy. Great job co-hosting. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
So, like, Resident Evil for me, I was never like super fan of or anything. Like, they're solid, don't get me wrong. They're really good, you know, they're super good games. But compared to like probably 90 to 95%. Oh, okay, all right. Right. Okay, we get it. We get it. We get it. Years. What was I saying? So, like, Resident Evil to me, like, they're good, they're solid, but I'm not really like a fanatical fan. 90 to 95% of the fan base is. And so it's cool and it's enjoyable, but I don't know, like, I don't know. For me, Resident Evil, like, I don't even want to consider it a horror game, if I'm being completely honest. Because it really is just, like, action more than anything. Like, it doesn't even, like, feel like a horror game, it just feels like an action game. And it's kind of like... yeah, I don't know. Like, they're good games, but I don't know. I just don't get as crazy as other people do. What game? Just like Resident Evil as a whole, as a genre. Like, if I'm playing a horror game, I want, like, feel the horror. Which I guess isn't actually horror because what I'm looking for is terror. Kind of separates like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Like, that's the problem, is like, obviously they're very two different games, but I always liked Silent Hill more because it plays into terror and like the psychological, and it makes you feel uneasy and uncomfortable, and you never should feel comfortable ever. And then like Resident Evil games doesn't scratch that itch for me because they're really just action games. And like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's awesome and that's dandy, but it's never really like, I don't know, like, Resident Evil just never, dude, it just never did it for me. Resident Evil just never did it for me. I'm just gonna flat out say it, like, it just never did it for me. And I've watched people play all the different Resident Evils and stuff, and, like, they're fine, you know what I mean? But I'm not like blown away by them, and I never have been. Like, I feel bad, man, because like I see how rabid people are for Resident Evil. Like, they're like dogs foaming at the mouth for like Resident Evil stuff, and for like Leon specifically, and obviously like the rest of the cast and shit like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't do what I want it to do, if that makes sense. It's just, yeah, it just doesn't do what I want it to do. Like, I want terror. That's all I'm getting at. I just want the terror. And I think that's why Silent Hill slightly prefer, because I don't know. I just want the terror. I want to play that game, and then when I'm done playing that game, I want to have to like go downstairs in my own house and start seeing stuff in the own shadows. You know what I mean? Like, I want that psychological. It's gonna sit in my brain, and it's gonna be branded like a steak. And basically, just being an action hero just doesn't. Just like takes away that entire thing. I'd watched this video a long time ago, explained this pretty well between the two, and like Resident Evil being horror, and horror is seeing the evil, you know what I mean? Like, you see it, there's like a physical thing associated with it, and Silent Hill is the terror, and the terror is like the ever creeping presence, you know, that is just always like omnipresent. And I like that stuff more. Probably because I grew up on psychological horror more than anything. When people show like actual horror and like horror movies and stuff like that, it really isn't about like it's not about the actual like thing that's being the horror. It's more of yeah, I don't have a better way to describe it. It's more just the ambiance, the omnipresence of the terror, just ever looming and creeping, and just like seeping into you like a venom that just like plagues your mind and your eyes, and it's just like has you seeing stuff in the dark and have you like questioning your own reality and stuff like that. So I'm stoked for Resident Evil, people, but yeah. That's all. I'm stoked for him, and I'm sure it's gonna be a wonderful time. Gonna be a good game, but I'll probably just watch someone play it, and it'll probably be like how they all are. Pretty alright, decently solid stories, and then some action on top of it. Kind of how they always are. But yeah. 7 went back to the horror. Missing since 4. Yeah, I don't know. Like, even like, there's a reason, right, why I played Eternal Darkness 2, like specifically on stream. It's because Eternal Darkness kind of like plays into that terror. There's always just like the creepy sound in the background, and then it would just like mess with your actual TV and like do stuff, like kind of like imprint itself like into your brain. And I don't know. It's just like, it's so hard for me, dude, because of the action being in Resident Evil, that it just like it takes away like the horror of it, because you know you're basically like not a superhero per se, but basically a superhero. And then just kind of like, I don't know, just like kills so much of it for me. kind of why, like, yeah, you do have plot armor in Resident Evil. That's basically what it is. That's why why I wanted to play Silent Hill 2 so bad is because you don't have plot armor per se. I mean, like, obviously you do because it's a video game, you know, you can always die and come back and just, like, redo it. But, like, you're not meant to be this, like, fictional action hero. You're just meant to be, like, a tormented soul wrapped in evil, essentially. And I find, I don't know, I just like that so much more. It just speaks so much more to me. But I need that creepiness. I need that stuff. But I'm sure it'll be a good game. And also, one thing they said too is like, or at least Jeff said at the end, is like, cinematic action, which means there's probably gonna be just like, I don't want to say an obscene amount, but it's gonna be pretty heavy-handed in terms of just like cutscenes and things of that accord, which I feel like might really hamper the game's pace or kind of like game in itself. Because if it does end up being like super cinematic-y, it's gonna, I don't know, it's gonna feel more just like storytelling and not what I think Resident Evil fans and players alike are really looking for. Also, it's kind of weird how they did it. Like, why? Okay. Here's what I don't understand also. And this has nothing to do with the gameplay of Resident Evil games, but why in the Summer Games Fest did you have an initial announcement with the creator basically going, I don't have anything to say, we're working on the game though, so just stay tuned. And then you kind of just like kill all of your fans' hope and just like excitement because you're like, well, okay, here's the fucking head of production basically saying we're working on the game at least and just look forward to more. And then you decide to show off the game as the very last thing. Doesn't that just like sour the excitement for everyone that's a fan of this genre? Like, do they think that breaking you down and then trying to rebuild you back up like that was a good idea? Like, they really thought that was the play? Like, wouldn't it have just been better to just not do that at all? And then just, you know, just like show the trailer at the end? Like, wouldn't that have been way better? Isn't it kind of weird that like you strung along your audience by saying I have nothing to show and then showing it? I don't know. That might just be me, but that just seems like so weird, man. That just seems so weird. Isn't that weird? Like, why would you go through all of that trouble to like get the voice actress and everything, like the 30th anniversary, and then be like, I don't know, just like, oh, we don't have anything to show, and then still showing something at the end. Isn't that the opposite? I don't know. I feel like that's just a weird way to do it. Indirect stuff. Yeah, indirect stuff can be kind of a bummer. I don't know. That was just strange overall. I don't think it was strange overall. But yeah. Anyways. Plenty of people will be happy about it, I'm sure. Yeah. It's not for me. I'm just not a Resident Evil head. Never have been. Probably never will be. I mean, they're solid games, don't get me wrong. I get why people like them. I've watched playthroughs of basically every single one of them. And yeah, they're fine action horror games. That's all. I mean, I say horror lightly, but they're fine action games. Yeah, I know Saul's probably super stoked for it. He really likes Resident Evil. Yeah, I don't know, I just, not a Resident Evil Giga super fan. Yes. I don't know what that says about me, but this is what it is. It is what it is. But to be honest with you, the most exciting thing was Crimson Viper at Street Fighter 6. That's super, super hype. That's crazy hype. It's been 10 years since we've seen that character. No, doesn't mean much to you guys, but it means a lot to me. He's literally, Crimson Viper is the literal reason I wanted to ever buy Street Fighter 4 and get into it. I had always known about Street Fighter growing up, but I was like super young for the first and second ones, and then Third Strike. Arcades were basically already dead. Kind of missed that whole era. And then, like, we had a Dreamcast growing up, so I had known about Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But I didn't understand how to play it or anything like that, or why I was like so sick and everything. So those things were always imprinted on me. I was always a fan of them. I've never really dove deep into them because I was busy playing free FPS games on my PC because I thought that's what the rage was. They are. But fighting games have made a resurgence, and now I've missed like so many years and tons of years. And every time I try to get into one, there's always other games that pull me away from them, and that's why I've like not played City of the Wolves as much, which should hop on more, like at least an hour a night or something, or two. And yeah, Crimson Viper being back in Street Fighter 6, a game that I already liked, is pretty incredible. I don't care about any other characters being added from this point forward or anything else that they do with the game. I got the character that I wanted and always wanted back, so I'm pretty stoked. But yeah, the 6:15. This was the second stream. It was gonna be later. I was supposed to get a haircut, but my car decided to more or less implode on me the moment I started it. Or to the point I didn't even like feel comfortable driving it like 10 minutes to go get a haircut. Because, I don't know, there's something very awful, metal grinding and burning. Not fully sure. I don't know if it's a rotor, I don't know if it's a strut, a ball joint, or a myriad of other shit. So that's something I gotta work on, try to find a solution for, figure out what I'm gonna do. But yeah, pretty good stream. Summer Game Fest is also tomorrow. Is it at the same time? Pretty sure. Summer Game Feast, that's not correct. I think, oh no, it's only one day, right? I always think it's a 3-day thing. It's June 7th. Wholesome Games, Women-led Games, Latin American Games, Southeast Asian Games, Green Games, Frosty Games. Ooh, June 8th is Xbox. Outer Worlds 2 Direct. This is fine. June 8th. PC Gaming Show is usually pretty good. Death Stranding 2 game premiere, I could get cards. And then 9th is just like some other shit. But really, we don't care about anything until the 8th. Oh, Bark does something? I have no idea. June 8th is kind of what we're looking for, though. So... and... June 8th is what we're looking for. June 8th will be the Xbox Game Showcase, so hopefully it'll be some PC stuff as well. And that'll be on Sunday. Yep. Which is also Father's Day. I'm pretty sure. Father's Day's on Sunday, right? June 8th? Oh, June 15th. I'm a week off. Yeah. Oh. That's cool. Oh, also, Lies of P DLC. That's pretty epic. Like, pretty epic, I mean, that's super epic. Because that game is sweet. I've not personally played it. I've watched it. Because I just never had the money to afford it. So, pretty stoked on... see some gamers play that. I'm gonna vicariously live through them. Which is both a blessing and a curse. But for me, Street Fighter 6 Crimson Viper is kind of everything. Kind of everything. Which is dope. But yeah. I'm gonna end here, because it's getting close to dinner time, and I'm gonna have to do some explaining, stuff like that. So, thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hope we had a good Games Fest. Thanks for hanging out with me, listening to me rant, everything. I'm pretty sure this live video is on YouTube. Been multi-streaming the last couple times I've streamed. So, hop on, get on the YouTube, boost my numbers. Let's become a YouTube content creator, Kappa. Anyways, have a good night, everyone. Take care. Enjoy the rest of